there, I don't know about you, but it seems like every single time I go to the grocery store, grocery prices are just getting higher and higher. So today I'm going to be showing you a bunch of different dinners that will help you save money on your grocery bill. These dinners are very affordable and they are so delicious. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's go get to cooking. To kick us off today, we are making these turkey and rice tacos. To the pan on my stove, I have a pound of ground turkey in there. I broke it up and I cooked it through. I do want to mention to you, ground turkey is a great alternative to like ground beef because normally it's very affordable at the grocery store. But now that my turkey's cooked through, I'm adding in this bag of Knorr Spanish rice. I could find this big bag for only $1.26 at my store, and I do like putting this in my tacos because it does stretch your tacos to go a longer way. So we actually eat this meal for dinner and then we have enough for leftovers the next day too. So it's really nice. But I added that bag in along with 4 cups of water. I gave this a stir to dissolve the seasoning, and I let this simmer on my stove for about 7 to 10 minutes, and I did stir it occasionally. Now that our rice is nice and fluffy and tender, it is ready to serve. I serve these in flour tortillas and I top them with kind of whatever I have on hand. So I topped them with onion, tomato, sour cream, cilantro, and lime. These are packed full of flavor and I cannot believe how inexpensive this meal is. Now we're making my all-time favorite tater tot casserole. To the pan on my stove, I'm adding about a pound of ground beef, and I do want to let you know, so whenever I'm at my grocery store, I like to look in the meat area to see if there's any meat on sale. On this particular day, I found this ground beef for $1 off, and even if you do find meat on sale and you don't particularly need it that week, you could always freeze it and use it for another week that you might need that particular meat. This will help you save money because I know meat is extra expensive these days. So to the pan, I added that ground beef, and I'm also going to be adding 1 onion that I diced into smaller pieces. Break the ground beef up and cook it through. Once your ground beef is cooked through, you will want to remove any excess grease in the pan. This is my favorite way of doing it, just stirring a paper towel in there until all that grease is absorbed. Now I'm going to toss in a tablespoon of minced garlic along with a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, a half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. You could also add in any other seasonings you want to at this point. Give this a stir, and once that garlic's fragrant, about 20 seconds later, you are going to add in 1 can of drained green beans, or you could add in any veggies you want, and a can of cream of mushroom soup. Give this a really good stir. Over to my large baking dish, I'm going to spray it with plenty of nonstick spray, then go ahead and add that mixture right in there and spread it out as even as possible. As you probably know by now, I absolutely love cheese, so I sprinkled a cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese over the top. Then I'm going to put my tater tots on top of the cheese. Tater tots are very inexpensive at the grocery store. This big 2-pound bag is less than $2, and it is only about 5.7 cents per ounce, whereas this name brand tater tots is more expensive. It's 11.5 cents per ounce, so just keep an eye on the price per ounce to get a good deal. After I placed all the tater tots on top, this baked on 375 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes, or until all the tater tots were a nice golden brown color. This is my plate of food. We love this tater tot casserole. It is so easy to throw together, and I think you will really be surprised on how flavorful it really is, because it's just easy to throw together. You might not think it's flavorful, but truly it's amazing. Now we're making this one pot sausage, broccoli, and rice dish. To my cutting board, I am going to slice my 13 ounces of turkey sausage into little discs, just like this. Now that I'm through with that, I went over to the pan on my stove and I added a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil. Once the butter melted down and the oil was hot, I added that sausage in there, and I'm going to brown the sausage on each side until it's kind of like a golden color. This adds so much flavor to that sausage. Now that I'm finished with that, I added in 12 ounces of frozen broccoli florets. I found that frozen broccoli, after everything's gone up in price, it's kind of stayed the same price at my local stores. So this is a great veggie to buy. It's affordable and you get quite a bit of it for the price. I added that broccoli in there. I gave it a good stir. Now I'm going to season it up. I added in half a teaspoon of onion powder, oregano, paprika, salt, and pepper. And then I gave this one last stir and I let this cook covered for about 5 minutes to soften the broccoli. Now that I have my broccoli to the tenderness that I like it to be, I added in a cup and a half of cooked brown rice, or you could use white rice, along with a dash of onion powder and paprika for extra flavor. I gave this a stir to combine the ingredients, then it was ready to serve. Here's my bowl of food. This is a delicious, healthy meal that you could get for so inexpensive. Also, this does make quite a bit of food, so if you're a larger family, this one's great for you. You could also have this recipe very easily. Now we're making this creamy veggie pasta, and this one is a meatless meal. To my pot of boiling water, I added in 10 ounces of penne pasta, or you could use any type of pasta you like. Go ahead and stir it and cook it according to the box instructions. Over to the pan on my stove, I have a tablespoon of hot olive oil in there. Then I added in 8 ounces of white mushrooms that I sliced, along with 1 white onion that I diced and a tablespoon of minced garlic. Let these veggies cook together until the mushrooms and the onion have softened. And then once they get to that point, you're going to add in a 14-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. I love buying cans of diced tomatoes like this because they are less than $1 and they have loads of vitamin C and potassium in them. So they're very healthy for you and it really will help you on your grocery budget. So I added that in there. You'll also want to add in about 3/4 cup of coconut milk, or you could use heavy whipping cream, whatever you prefer. And then for the seasonings, add in a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning. Give this a stir and let it simmer for about 4 minutes. After that was through simmering, I added in our cooked drained penne pasta and I gave this a stir. This is totally optional, but we do like thicker sauce in our house, so I added in a cornstarch slurry, which was just a tablespoon of cornstarch and a tablespoon of water mixed together. And as you see, it does thicken the sauce up a little bit, but now it's time to serve it up. I topped mine with a little bit of black pepper and Parmesan cheese. This is so amazing, and I love how it's a meatless meal, so you got so many different veggies in there. I haven't made breakfast for dinner in quite some time, so now we're making these breakfast enchiladas. I have my 1 pound of honey ham right here, or you could use any type of lunch meat style ham or turkey you like, or you could even use cubed ham if you'd like to do that, but I am just going to slice this honey ham into smaller pieces just like this. I set our ham to the side. Now into this big bowl, I added a cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. I'm also adding in a cup of sliced green onions. I do like buying green onions from the store because they're less than $1. Also, they're great because they reduce inflammation and they're really good for your immune system, so I tossed those in there. I'm also adding in our ham and I'm going to give this a really good stir. I'll go ahead and set this ham mixture to the side. We're going to work on the egg mixture now. So into this bowl, I cracked 4 eggs. Next, I added 1 1/4 cup of half and half, and then you'll add in 1 tablespoon of flour. I just sprinkled that flour in there, and then add in a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. Whisk this really well to combine the flour and to break the egg yolks. To assemble these enchiladas, you'll grab a flour tortilla, and this whole bag of flour tortillas was only $1 at my grocery store. I filled that tortilla up and I rolled it. I just repeated this until all of that ham mixture was gone. Over the top of the enchiladas, you are going to pour that egg mixture, and then you'll cover everything with cling wrap, and then you'll want to place this in your refrigerator for about 6 hours. I like making this in the morning and then having it for dinner at night. And the reason you want it to sit in your fridge is so the tortillas and the filling absorb the egg mixture. Now, once it's out of the fridge, you'll cover the top with cling wrap and bake this in a preheated oven to 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, remove the foil, sprinkle cheese on top, and bake it for an additional 15 minutes. And here's the finished product. This recipe will make your house smell so amazing. And like I said before, we like having this for dinner, but if you wanted to make this for breakfast, you easily can. All you have to do is prep everything the night before and then cook it up in the morning. And then we like topping ours with sour cream, tomatoes, cilantro, and sliced green onions. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and I really hope you guys are doing well, and I'd love to have you at my channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe down below the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.